Hello, I'm Robert Sievers. Welcome to Trader.tv. Today we're here with a special guest, Anmol Singh from LiveTraders.net. Hello, Anmol. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. So to get started today, let me ask you a little bit about yourself. So what are your interests? What got you first started into trading and that sort of stuff?
Well, I started trading when I was in college. So I was sitting in my dorm room trying to figure out how to get rich, and the lure of money is actually really what got me into trading. I wasn't really interested in finance or anything like that. It was all to do with the money, and then I started just figuring out what I want to do, the way I want to trade, and initially the interest was in investing fundamental basis, but then I realized it's going to take me at least 20 years to make what I want to make by fundamental investing, and it's possible by buy and holding. After 10 years, I realized that I'm wrong, and then I'll feel like I just wasted my life. So I looked at the other things like technical trading, so I can get my results a little bit faster, and I mean, that's the whole reason why I got started trading in college.
Okay, and what school did you go to?
I went to Brunel University in London, so I was doing a business degree there, business honors degree.
Okay. Well, you don't seem to have an English accent. Did you? I mean, were you living in London before that, or did
No,
you just?
well, I was born in India, and then I was studying in an international school where we had students from everywhere, and then I did my college in London, and there again there was like an international crowd, people are from all over the world. So, and then now like I work with U.S. clients, and I'm moving to New York soon. So it's like working with different kinds of people. I developed my own accent, which is like belongs to no one.
Okay, that sounds good. Basically, yeah, I was just wondering. I mean, have you always worked for LiveTraders.net, or have you worked for previous companies before?
Yeah, like before starting that, I was working with another education company where we used to, train and coach traders as well as trade live in their trading room. But then in 2015, I started Live Traders with two other my partners.
Oh, okay.
So we started Live Traders in 2015 because we saw, the potential and also our ability to, trade and offer a service which is transparent because there's so many services out there, but you know people don't get the exact things they need to succeed. They get a lot of fluff inbuilt. So we thought we were going to start something where we can actually, show how we do, show our losses, show our gains, do it in a transparent way. Because I think that's the only way people can ever learn, where they get to see the good and the bad.
Yeah, I was watching one of your YouTube videos, and it did a little bit of talking about that definitely. And I mean, it seems like it's a good thing to show a lot of investors is that even some of the really good professional guys still have bad days. It just happens to everybody.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other professional traders that we see, they only end up putting maybe like one show up, one live trading show per week, and that's of course the one that they make a little bit of money on. So I definitely respect your style of teaching much more because it's much more realistic. And I mean, it seems to be I don't know, you seem to have a lot of followers on social media, so it seems to be working for you. Uh,
Yeah, I think people appreciate that because they don't get to see that often in the industry. People only get to see the gains, but I think the losses and how we personally handle the tough moments and the losses is what really hits home with traders because they want to see how we handle those losses. Because if I lose, they're not going to see me, break my keyboard or, curse or suddenly go offline and delete my record. They're
yeah.
going to see the record live in there. So, it's all out in public. And I think they learn a lot from that, more so than the winners.
I agree. I agree. I was also reading that you've trained a couple businessmen that have gone off and started their own hedge funds and something like that. I think I was reading that on your profile on LiveTraders.net. Can you give us
Yeah.
a couple names
Yeah,
or a
so
couple
there are a
hedge
couple.
funds or?
I mean, I can't mention names, but
I
like they
understand. I
have their
understand.
own hedge funds where they're managing money. Maybe let's say for their relatives, their family, and their friends. So they have the smaller hedge funds relatively, but they,
But still,
they're managing money now for other people. And they also have some people have forex managed accounts where they are managing money for a lot of other people. So the way that works is they have investors that put in a certain amount, it all comes together, and now they're trading everybody's money in one account, and then people get a profit split off that. And I think that's really good to see, because that goes to show that, you know, the methods work, and it's up to you how big you want to take it. You can be a retail trader, because a lot of people want to be a retail trader. They don't want the stress of managing money. They don't want to. They don't want the stress of, you know, having to be answerable to people. So, you know, it's really up to the trader. Like, I right now at this point, I prefer to trade on my own. But in future, you know, I might be joining that money management league as well. But it really depends. It's a big step, because when you're trading your own money, you can trade in the morning, you can be done, you can be gone. Whereas if you're trading other people's money, you know, you're expected to be there. And I think that's the kind of thing where you have to decide whether you want more money, you want more freedom. I think it's up to the individual on what he wants to choose.
I think you kind of maybe prefer to work a little bit more for yourself, and I mean, it seems like you're doing well as far as the education as well. I mean, obviously, if you have a couple names of people that have started their own businesses, own hedge funds, I mean, that's kind of a testament to your strength as an educator. So I respect that. Should we move on a little bit to LiveTraders.net? Talk a little bit about some of the features that are offered on your site.
Sure. So the main service that we offer is our live trading room. So the live trading room is, you know, what it is, sounds like. We have it up running Monday to Friday. It's open, you know, it's open from 8:30 a.m. Eastern all the way to 4 p.m. Eastern, and then all the way till 2:15 Eastern. There's always somebody on the mic. So either it's me on the mic, and people can see our charts. People can, you know, watch me, you know, listen to me while I'm actually trading. And then if I'm not on the mic, then there's going to be my partner, Jared Wesley. He's going to be on the mic, and, you know, he's going to be doing his live trading. And then if not him, then there's just going to be my other partner, Jay. He's going to be on the mic. He's going to be trading. So there's always someone there. And, you know, like in the morning, if Jay's opening the trading room, he gets done trading, let's say 10:30, then I come on the mic, I take it till 11:30, then Jared comes on. So there's always somebody there. So I think it's a really good experience, because anybody can come in and ask questions. And I think the most, I would say the best part about this is, even more so than live trading, is the fact that people can come in and then they can ask questions on their trades. They can say, hey, you know, I took this trade, it didn't work out, I lost money on it, what do you think? Why did it happen? And then now that we have our charts up, we have our, you know, audio streaming, we can go over that trade, you know, in detail, and maybe try and find a reason. That was it a bad trade, that, you know, find a reason for it, or maybe it was just a great trade, it just didn't work out, you know. So we try to find the reasons for that in a part, and that is mainly geared only to day traders.
Okay.
Right? So that is only for day traders. Then we have our swing trading newsletter, which is more for, you know, part-time, long-term type traders, where we call out trades on an end-of-day basis, and then, you know, we look for them to take them in the morning. Like yesterday was a great day, because we were short the market overnight, and then you woke up yesterday, saw the market gapping down, closing into the close, and that was a great profit. So I think that kind of trading, where we're holding stuff anywhere from a day to like a week, that's the swing trading newsletter. It's also a video newsletter, where we record a 30-minute video and then we send it out to everybody. Again, we prefer video newsletter more so than text newsletter, because text is text. You know, you don't get to see like what I'm thinking, what's my thought process. Whereas in the video newsletter, you can see the exact setup that I'm looking at, my thought process, where I'm going to be placing my stop loss, where I'm going to be looking for taking targets, where I'm going to be entering, and I think that's really good. And those would be our main services. And apart from that, we have, you know, courses. And to be honest, we have like one course, and there's a specific reason for that, because we don't want people to get stuck in this, you know, trading education cycle, where they're taking a basic course. Oh, you're not making it, you know, take intermediate course. You're not making it, take an advanced course. And people are just running in a loop where they're just constantly learning, but not really trading or making money.
Okay.
So we developed one course, which is a long course, like 16 hours course. It's got like 500 pages of, you know, manual, and we only have one course. You take that course, that's it, you come in the room, you start trading, and I think that's the only way you can ever learn.
So
Recently we started, you know, along with my buddy Dan from London, Dan Chung, we started a Forex trading room and a Forex newsletter and a course, which is we're going to be teaching it in just a couple of days. So that's going to be great. We started our Forex trading desk, and I think it's going to be great. I mean, the guy's just killing it. He's doing really well recently, and that's really good to hear. And those would be our main services and products regards to education. But now we also launched our own corporate account where me and my partners have pooled in our money together, and we put in a big corporate account, and our students can come and trade from that corporate account. So, for example, we have, let's say, $10 million in the corporate account, and we find trader number A, who we think has potential. We can allocate a certain amount. We can give him $60,000, right? So you trade, and then we have a profit split based on that.
Wow, that's definitely a little bit unheard of, to be honest. I mean, that kind of seems like a completely new idea as far as from what I've heard, and it's definitely a really interesting.
Like a hedge fund in a sense.
Yeah, almost. I mean, for people that are still learning, and I mean, obviously that's probably a little bit more for like the intermediate and advanced students. But anyway, it seems like you have a lot of features on LiveTraders.net, and basically, would you recommend the class to people that are just beginning? That you said that 16-hour-long course. I mean, is that more for any level of of trader, or is it?
Right. I mean, yeah, I think it's geared towards everybody, and that is why it's that long, because it takes you all the way from A to B. It takes you all the way from A to Z to like trading the markets, and starts from the basics, takes you from the fundamentals to the technicals, and takes you all the way to the patterns, the strategies, how to then, once you have the strategy, once you know the pattern, then how to manage that trade, and then more so how to create your trading plan and treat trading as a business, and then also the ongoing journaling process. So it's a full, encompassing course. And after that course as well, it's more of a program, I would say, because once they're done with the course, that's not it. They also get access to monthly webinars. So like we do monthly webinars. They get to sit in on every one of those monthly webinars. And then recently I did a special class, which I was going over some strategies that I've been working in today's markets. And I held a special class, which was like a 5-hour-long class. And then the people who were already taking that course, they didn't have to pay anything for that. They could come in, sit in, watch, learn. And I think it's a whole program, because if anything changes in the market, if we see something happening where maybe stocks are not working that much, maybe they're only going a certain distance, then I'll just hold a special webinar, brief everybody about what's happening, so that everybody's on page and everybody's up to date on the current markets.
Well, great. I mean, LiveTraders.net sounds really like almost like an all-encompassing kind of website. I mean, you really have a little bit of everything for almost every level of trader, and depending on whether you want to do options or Forex. I mean, it sounds like you got a lot of different courses, and so it's very impressive. And I checked out the site too, and even just for my level, I'm still kind of intermediate. It looked like there was a lot of material for me even to learn a couple things as well, and so. I think this is, like I said, it's a great website, and I think that's unfortunately all we have really for today. I'm gonna let you get out of here and go do some trading and some teaching. But I hope to maybe one day see your show on Trader.tv or something along those lines. Anyway, good luck and thank you. Have a nice day.
Sure, sounds good. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Anmol. Have a good day.
All right. You too.